I am 4 weeks into lifting right in this very moment. I came back home and I want to see if I procured some gains. I take my shirt off and I see nothing. I'm looking exactly like last month. I'm not proud of myself because I made no progress. Even if I was going home exhausted and I was training to failure, thought I should train to failure. In reality it was not failure, and with those sets I was not progressing. I was in the gym for 3 hours for 7 days a week and I was clearly not making any progress. I had no clue of what exercises should I do next. I didn't have any workout plan, I didn't have any meal plan. I was feeling exhausted after every workout and I thought that this was good, but in reality it was not. I was overtraining. So this is the most important video that you need to watch. You don't need to watch any other videos about this topic. You just need to follow the advice along and put the steps in practice. I promise you that if you follow the steps, you will get the body that you want. You just need to let the ego down and follow the steps. It's so simple. You don't need to skip the parts and to see other videos and see tons of videos about how to go to the gym and what exercises should you do. You just need to watch this video and focus on it. These ones are key and make sure to follow along. Step 1. Structure your workout effectively. I don't want you to stay in the gym for 3 hours and have no clue what you should do next, as I was once. Stop spending hours a day in the gym. You don't need to train for 7 days a week for 3 hours. You just need to be organized and to have a productive workout. You can do that by number 1, progressive overload. You need to note your exercises and the weight and the reps that you do. You can do that by noting on your phone or getting a notebook and writing there. I saw some people at the gym that do that. They note on the notebook the exercises, the reps, and how much weight they use. I had this mindset that I should not do progressive overload, because progressive overload means to put more stress on the muscle every single time that you're going to the gym. And I thought in my head that if I will get stronger, it will not be good for me, because I wanted to build an aesthetic physique, not a strong physique. But I had no clue that those are pretty much the same things, because there are many powerlifters that are pretty big and they have a lot of muscles. The strength and the size of the muscle is directly correlated. The second thing that you need to keep in mind to have a more productive workout is the exercise selection. You need to put on the paper or on the notes what exercises would you do in the, let's say, a push day, a pull day, and the leg day. For example, you can have on leg days squats, leg extensions, something for calves, you need to note all the things, and something for hamstrings, for all the muscles to be worked. The same thing for push and the pull. And the third, priority of the exercises. You need to know before you're in the gym what exercises you need to do in order. The muscles that you will train first in the session will benefit the most of the hypertrophy and of the stimulus. They will get the most stimulus. You'll benefit more from doing, let's say for example that you're doing a push day. You'll benefit more of doing shoulders before your chest, because many individuals lack shoulders and they are the key muscle to train if you want to have a better and more aesthetic physique. That's why I'm prioritizing shoulders on the push and the pull days. I'm doing shoulders first and after that I'm doing back or chest. It depends on what day I have. The second step, don't associate training hard with hurting yourself. Those are not the same things. If you're training hard to failure or past failure, you don't need to think that you will going to hurt yourself or injure yourself. Those are not the same things. You need to be very careful with it, and you can get more gains out of it as you perfect your form and go even more in the intensity. If your form will be trash, your form will become worse and worse as the set goes along. You will have more risk of getting injured than if you had a perfect form. Of course, you will not get that many reps. You will not have that strength that you in reality was not any strength. In reality, you will not have more strength if you will cheat the reps and you will swing the weight and do some momentum stuff, and you will not benefit from that. You will just get tension off of the muscle that you want to work. You don't need to do that. If you're trying as hard as you can and you cannot physically pull or push the weight even more, that's where your set should finish. You don't need to swing the weight or do this stuff. I saw some guys that when they are doing some push days, they do this on the last reps. You don't need to do that because that's how you can get injured very easily. The first and the most important thing on the second step is to train with the right tempo. You need to train with better tempo so you cannot get hurt. That's the primary thing that you need to do. The tempo should look like this. You need to have, let's say for example I'm doing a chest press. You need to have 1 second of positive and hold it there for 1 second and slowly getting down to where you started for 3 seconds, and then hold the weight here for 1 more second and do the same thing over and over again. So you need to have 1 second positive, 1 second hold, 3 seconds negative, and 1 second hold at the bottom, so you can eliminate the momentum. You don't need to swing the weight and get momentum and do all the creepy stuff that 99% of the people in the gym do, because you will not push more weight, you will just get injured easily. And another thing that I want to mention is that more volume is not better. If you're training with intensity, you don't need as much volume as you needed before. For example, I saw a lot of guys in the gym that they do 12 sets of chest. You don't need to train for that many sets. If you're training hard, you can get away with 4 sets of chest, but make sure that they are very intense and they are perfectly executed, like I explained it to you. Step 3. Prepare yourself for the workout. This is very important for you if you want to have a very good workout. You need to focus on what I will tell you next, so you can have probably the best workout that you had. The first thing that you need to do in order to have a pretty effective workout is to eat a low fat and high carb meal. What I mean by that is to eat rice or potatoes or things that have carbs in it, like pasta, oats, potatoes, rice. Those things have tons of carbs. You don't need to eat a lot of oils before your workout because those have a lot of fat. You don't need to have peanuts or things that contains a lot of fat because those will slow down the digestion, and you don't need that before your workout. Protein is optional. If you want to, you can throw some protein. Salt and honey are going to give you the best pump ever. Those are very good to get with combined with pre-workout. It will be the best formula of pre-workout. Those are all my tips and all my steps. I hope that you find those useful, and I'll see you in the next one.